It's SCFA Football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Antelope Valley hosting Allan Hancock, battle of undefeated in the American Pacific, 3-0. The O's got to go tonight. We'll find out at 6 p.m. Join myself, Mike Cepeda, Joe Watts with you on coverage. SoCalCollegeSports.com, Week 10 edition in the SCFA. And welcome back to SoCalCollegeSports.com's continuing coverage of SCFA football Week 10 edition. Mike Cepeda, Joe Watts with you here on tonight's coverage. Antelope Valley and Allan Hancock. The Bulldogs 6-2 on the season, undefeated as well in the American Pacific. And Joe, big week last week versus LA Valley, a huge win for the Marauders.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But tonight is, I think, the game that might decide the conference champion.
Yeah, Teron Rush, Defensive Player of the Week in the SCFA in the Pacific Division for the American. Just a huge week last week. And Jordan Wayne, over 170 yards receiving, a big player tonight, a point of emphasis in terms of offensively. You want to get him going, want to get John Johnson going. And obviously, you expect Teron Rush to keep it up.
Yeah, I think Coach Dileka spoke to him during the week, and I think he thinks they're right where they need to be. He thinks they might be peaking at the right time. So, all those players that you named, they're starting to come around and do the things he expected them to do, and I think they're going to be big performers tonight.
Yeah, it's Raheem Skinner, the leading rusher, that really stood out on tape for Allan Hancock, the Bulldogs, with a highly touted rushing attack. They have two backs averaging over 5 yards a carry, one nearly averaging 5 yards a carry. And, obviously, a big stable of running backs coming through. Allan Hancock, Cameron Artis-Payne, currently in the NFL right now. A big name and, obviously, a point of emphasis right now tonight for the Marauders to really take down this running game.
Yeah, traditionally, Hancock is a program that likes to run the football, and it looks like they're doing exactly the same thing this year. And so it's not surprising that they have two running backs with a lot of statistics, a lot of yards. I think that's what got them there, and I think that's what we're going to see a lot of tonight.
Yeah, but when you start packing it in, you have the 8-man, 9-man boxes. That's when things can get a little tricky on the outside. Jimmy Kelleher on the season, 7 INTs, but also 7 touchdowns, so something to keep an eye on there.
Yeah. Play action pass too. The running game can open up a lot of other things for you on offense.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, DJ Payne, he's no slouch himself in the running game. A big focal point of the offense this year for the Marauders, and he's had some big games here on SoCal College Sports.
Yeah, he has. Well, we've been watching him, but like I said, Coach Dileka, his preference is he would like to be able to run the ball. I mean, it's a little bit cliche. He says he wants balance, but he said we need to be able to run the ball first and foremost. So.
Yeah. And one thing about Armani Eden, starting quarterback for Antelope Valley, got to be better in terms of efficiency and really getting the ball out and a higher completion percentage. His completion percentage was high earlier in the year. It's dropped some below 50%. And that's something that he has to rectify here in the passing game.
Yes. It seems like he's trying to force the ball down the field more than he did when he first started. I think he needs to get back to what he did, take what the defense gives him and keep moving the chains.
Some of these O's got to go tonight here in the American Pacific. 3-0, both teams coming in conference play. Back in a moment with kickoff on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Broadcasting live from the campus of Antelope Valley College. Remember, everybody, you don't have to be in front of a computer to watch the game live. You can stream us on your tablet, PC, smartphone device. Hey, you got an Apple TV, you got an Xbox One, got a Roku TV, you got something with a YouTube app. Search our channel, SoCal College Sports One. If you're watching right now, you can send out the link via your smartphone or tablet PC. Again, Allan Hancock and Antelope Valley tonight. Kickoff coming up in a couple minutes. SoCalCollegeSports.com.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as the wide open West, you can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
About to get underway here. The Bulldogs and the Marauders, SoCalCollegeSports.com. Happy you've joined us. Spread the word. www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. You can find us on our website. You can also go to our YouTube channel at SoCal College Sports 1. Joe, I expect a fantastic game here tonight.
I do too. I'm looking forward to it.
So the Bulldogs will kick it away. This will go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Marauders will start things on their own 25. And it will be Armani Eden. Eden on the season, 96 completions in 200 attempts, 5 interceptions, 16 touchdowns. He's been pretty good in that ratio.
He has.
You like the 3-to-1. Johnson near side, Jordan Wayne at the top, DJ Payne in the backfield, short shotgun is where Eden will start things out. The Bulldogs look to be showing pretty stout up front early on. DJ Payne goes to the ground quickly, and a late flag at the end, and I wonder if this is maybe a face mask.
I think you might be right.
Well, sometimes early, some teams are going to try and send a message with physical play, maybe borderline dirty play, if you will. And it looks like this is going to be a personal foul going to go against Allan Hancock, and indeed 15 yards up to the 40-yard line. It's a pretty good start to the drive here for Antelope Valley.
Yes, it is. That's not. Thank you very much. I mean, that's first play that they didn't get any yards on.
Yep. Absolutely. So, changes up the play calling here a little bit, Joe.
It opens it up a little bit. I think the wind might be a factor, though, in the play calling tonight.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Wind is swirling here. DJ Payne up the middle. Good hard run on first down. He's going to pick up 7. That's just power over the left guard. And DJ Payne on the season, very impressive, averaging about 5 yards a carry. And that number was up a few weeks ago, 4 touchdowns on the season, total of 713 yards. With a long of 68, now that 68-yard run ended up as a touchback. It should have been a touchdown. He fumbled it into the end zone. Probably one that he wants back.
I'm sure he does.
Payne in the backfield again. Over the left side. This time going nowhere. Let's see if they give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's better diagnosis by the defense for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs defensively, Basiru Joby, 72 total tackles on the season. 2 forced fumbles and a fumble recovery. Third down, Eden looking for Johnson. This is going to be incomplete. Well, after the penalty, it's a 3 and out. Here comes the punting unit.
He had him open. He threw it behind him.
Yeah, Armani looked a little shaky on that pass. Let's go to the replay here for the end zone camera. And the ball just sails on him.
Yeah, when the quarterback's nervous, they tend to miss high in the early part of the game. So he's throwing like he's a little bit nervous.
Well, this is a big matchup here in the SFA and the American Pacific. As we talked about, both teams coming in 3-0. The Marauders will punt it away. Back waiting for the Bulldogs. It's Nick Kimball. Kimball not going to be able to do much as that kick goes out of bounds.
It was not a good punt.
So the Bulldogs will take over. Start the ball at the 31-yard line. And you don't often see this at this level, but we talked about this team wanting to run a lot of power, and we see it right off the bat with the quarterback under center. So that's Jimmy Kelleher. Handing off.
You're going to see a lot of old school football from Hancock, I formation and tight ends and fullbacks and things you don't see a lot these days. Two tight ends.
Big power set, single at the top, and they go to the top. Pass is completed from Kelleher. Not going to get much there as Kimball came down with the reception. Minimal gain. This could be a quick 3 and out forced by Antelope Valley. Well, we talked about Teron Rush last week. Very impressive defensive player of the week in the SCFA. 9 tackles, 4 sacks, and a forced fumble. I mean, you talk about filling up the stat line.
That's a good game.
The SCFA had a fantasy football league. I'm sure if you had an individual defensive player spot, Teron Rush was a guy last week. 3rd and 7. Kelleher back to pass, rolling out to his right. And that one is incomplete. A quick 3 and out here, forced by the defense of Antelope Valley. The defense looks stout early on. Dominating performance last week in the win over LA Valley. And remember, LA Valley came in as the team to beat in the American Conference coming into the season. And what does AVC do? They go on the road in dominating fashion, 37-14. Fourth win in a row on the year. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs came in off a win of their own, 44-34. And this is a team, the Bulldogs, that can put points on the board, but we didn't really see it there in their opening drive offensively. Another bad kick. So
another one, yes.
Dueling poor kicks from both special teams units. And this is going to be terrific field position to start off their second offensive drive of the game for Antelope Valley. We remind you to spread the word. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You got any friends? You got any family? Want to watch the game live? They can do that on our channel on YouTube at our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. Week 10 in the SCFA. And playoff matchups starting to take shape. DJ Payne going to go over the right side now. He gets the edge, lowers the boom, and he's going to pick up 8. Good hard running by DJ Payne.
A nice run. They looked like they had the angle on him. He outran him.
Well, he's a big back, 6'1", about 230, and he is just a tough load to bring down. But you add the ability to get the edge with a good burst there. And it's 2nd and 2 now in Bulldog territory. 46-yard line. Short shotgun again, Eden. Read option. Pass complete to Jordan Wayne. Jordan Wayne with a couple big plays last week. This is a chunk play right here. Still on his feet. He'll be brought down out of bounds at about the 25. Move the chains. 22-yard gain on the play. They'll give him the 24.
That might have been one of the RPOs, one of the run-pass options, because he did fake to the back.
We'll see the replay here.
Yeah, it might be.
As Jordan Wayne on the completion, and he just pretty much outruns everybody, and that's a long way to go for Jordan Wayne. He picked up 22. He probably ran about 50 yards.
Yes.
Hand off inside. DJ Payne, good push on the left side, and another solid run for DJ Payne.
Got a good drive going.
And this is just, this is power football, and this is, smash mouth variety, and this is something that Allan Hancock,
usually does,
is usually doing to their opponent. So the Marauders setting the tone early here. Perry Martin checks into the ball game for DJ Payne, so DJ will get a blow. I check that is Brandon Edwards in at tailback for the Marauders. Eden will pass it this time, has John Johnson, and Johnson in for 6.
Nice throw.
From 13 yards out, hits Johnson in stride. And it's an early 6, Eden to Johnson. We'll see the replay here from the end zone camera. Well, Eden was very uncomposed early on and right on the money on that one. Johnson in for 6. And a very impressive drive for the Marauders. See it one more time on the main shot. Eden complete. That's just pitch and catch. That's too easy.
Yeah. But if they give it to you, you got to take it. He settled down nicely in that drive.
Early movement here. I don't know who moved first because it looked initially like Edgewan Works came across the formation from the side of Allan Hancock. I think this is going to go against Allan Hancock, and indeed it will go against the Bulldogs. Yeah, we see here.
Yeah, he did. He was way across.
We'll go to the live shot here. Well, you have a penalty in your favor. Do you maybe think about going for 2 here with an extra yard?
It's a bit too early to do that, I think. Just take the extra point.
So it gets a little easier for McGoudam. Dylan McGoudam. Kick is up and good. Pretty good shot of it right there on the end zone cam. 7-0 Antelope Valley. 9:53 to go here in the first quarter. You are watching SCFA football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So it's a 16-yard hook'em from Armani Eden to John Johnson. And we have our first score in the ball game. This one taken inside the 20. It's a big collision there. Tristan Durfee on the return for the Bulldogs. You will have the 31-yard line. That was basically dueling 3 and outs forced by both defenses, but finally the Marauders striking first blood here.
No, that was a very good drive they put together. Methodic, they ran and passed the ball and did it pretty well.
Well, you alluded to the RPO style of football in the play calling here. That looked like early movement from the Bulldogs.
It was.
I have my athlete eyes in play this weekend. Well, we've had a lot of coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Awesome.
We covered on Thursday and Friday and today basketball at Ventura College in the BC We Play Hard tournament. Double header here tonight on SoCalCollegeSports.com on our other channel. Jeff Stoynoff with the call. Ventura in Bakersfield. Huge matchup in the National North.
All right.
We will have score updates for you from around the SCFA. Meanwhile, 7-0 here, Antelope Valley on top of Allan Hancock. And the Bulldogs looking to respond here after giving up the opening score. 5 yards back, they're going to get about 9 yards on this completion. Kelleher. Pass complete to Michael Ferraro. Ferraro splits time at wide receiver and running back. Second leading receiver on the team. 270 yards on the season and a touchdown. Big run up the middle. And a big collision at the end of that play. Looks like Cheyenne Bradford lowering the shoulder. And he said hello to Raheem Skinner. But it's a big run and a first down up ahead of the 48-yard line. Still in Bulldog territory. But pretty good response drive-wise here from the Bulldogs.
They're running an unbalanced front, so ABC has to adjust to that. They're not in it now. They were the last play.
And off again, Skinner. Skinner using some patience, but the hole quickly swallowed up by the defense here. See the replay. That is terrific run defense against a very good running back and Raheem Skinner. See here, he thought he had the cutback, and filling up that gap nicely. Daryl Doris Jr.
Very good backside pursuit.
Doris Jr., freshman linebacker, 6'2", 210. Power eye set. Skinner up the middle, nothing doing there. Trying to follow his fullback, and he followed him right into the defensive line, which is very stout early on.
They're doing a good job. They're holding their ground. Defensive front for Antelope Valley.
Yep. Well, when you have a player like Teron Rush who commands so much respect and so much attention, you have to game plan for him, because if you do not, you're going to have a bad day.
Yeah,
LA Valley found that out last week.
Yeah, he's going to disrupt your offense if you don't account for him.
Well, it looks like they're trying to run straight at him, and right now it's not working with a whole lot of effect. 3rd and 7 now here for the Bulldogs. Another power eye set. Play action, rolling to his right, having a lot of room. Kelleher, pass is complete. This is Ferraro again. And that could have been a late flag there, Joe.
Yeah, the way he finished when he was out of bounds, I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag.
So the pass is complete. Another chunk play. From the 49-yard line on the Bulldog side down to the 36. It's a 15-yard gain for the Bulldogs. on 3rd and 7. Move the chains. Single back set. Looks like an offset eye. Play action again. Kelleher looking down the field.
He's got him.
Has a man. And that is incomplete pass intended. Looked like Andre Holman.
He was there. A couple of steps.
That one just off the mark. Yeah, he had his man beat. The pass just not there. Missed opportunity for the Bulldogs to try and tie things up. 2nd and 10 now for Allan Hancock. 2 wide receivers to the left. Another offset eye. Skinner up the gut. Good rush. He'll pick up 5. And he's going to keep on moving the pile. Gain another yard. Give him 6. 3rd and 4 now coming up for the Bulldogs. That's a pretty impressive push up front there, Joe.
Linemen were helping them, which they're allowed to do. They can push. They can't pull, though. That's not.
Good eye. Bauer eye again. They back it up to 5. Skinner, big run up the middle again. They will give him forward progress to the 25. He needed the 26. Move the change yet again. And again, another impressive drive in response to the touchdown here from the Bulldogs. Trailing it 7-0 here in the first quarter. 6:16 remaining here in the first. Is that Skinner or is that Bosley? Isaac Bosley? Nope, it's Skinner. And Skinner gets it over right guard. Well, Coach, they're starting to run away from Tehran Rush with some success.
It's not a bad idea. And all they're doing is blocking solid and letting the running back get through to the second level. So they're going to get 3 or 4 yards. They keep doing that, and that's good enough.
We see the replay here. And then, again, just a really good push up front. And you got to plug up those A gaps, Coach.
Got it again.
And they get the edge, and this time looks like that's Isaac Bosley. Don't think that was Skinner. Bradford on the tackle. Another first down. 1st and goal from the 10 for the Bulldogs. Smash mouth right back at you here from an AHC. Another offset eye. This is Skinner over the left side. He's going to go in for 6. And no, that was Isaac Bosley on the carry. 26 and 28. That's a little tough.
They did look alike, yes.
Let's see it from the end zone camera here. We're going to see this gaping hole here on the left side of the line for Isaac Bosley.
Well blocked.
Good late block there coming in.
Yeah, they blocked everybody.
Looked like Luima. Willard Bomani with a nice block to free up Bosley. And Bosley on the season now, his 4th touchdown. Kick is up and good. 7-all. Still in the first quarter, 4:54 to go. You are watching SCFA Football Week 10. Antelope Valley hosting Allan Hancock. Back in a moment. So Isaac Bosley rumbles in for 6. Extra point up and good. And we are tied 7-all here in the first quarter. 4:54 remaining. And apologies, it's been Isaac Bosley, the lead rusher now tonight for the Bulldogs, along with Damon Whitmill. Touchback. And Marauders will get it at their own 25. You know what I need here, Joe?
What do you need?
I need bio-optic glasses. I need those binocular glasses to see the numbers because they're not making it easy on us. 28 and 26. You look, and 29. We'll get it figured out. DJ Payne, meanwhile, you know who he is right off the bat.
Nice run.
That's near the sticks. DJ Payne again, good hard running. I mean, he's not tackled to about 3-4 yards with a head of steam down the field.
He's got pretty quick feet too. He made some guys miss.
He's got some good feet in the hole. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Jerome Bettis. Wouldn't necessarily say he covers a lot of ground on the jump cut, but those quick, shifty feet through the hole, very impressive from DJ Payne. Ed looking deep, going to go for Johnson, and Johnson pass is going to be incomplete. That's pretty good coverage. Jalen Burgess. Trying to dial one up here.
He threw that pretty quick. He released it as quick as he could.
Allan Hancock not fooled. 3rd and 1 now, so DJ Payne picked up about 9.5, so it's a half yard to the first down. You have to imagine they're going to go back to the running game. And here is DJ Payne on the run. He's going to get the edge. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. Not much more there. That's a pretty good pursuit from the Bulldogs. But move the chains here. John Johnson coming off of the field. Looks like he might have tweaked a hammy.
Ball marked at their 38-yard line.
On the play clock here. It looks like Coach Jaleka might have to burn a timeout. I have to get this off quick. I don't know if Ed knows the play clock. Here it comes.
Got it.
And that one incomplete. And I'm not going to put that on Ed. That looked like Jeremy Kennedy slowed down on the route. He was going to be hit in stride. Let's watch that one more time here from the end zone camera. Eden just gets the play off before the clock goes off, and just looked like he slowed down, Coach.
Yeah, you're right. I think he saw the safety, who wasn't as close as he thought he was.
Yeah. He didn't want to become part of a Ronnie Lott moment.
Right.
That's understandable. 3:39 to go. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Handoff now. DJ Payne over the right side, and he's going to have a big run to himself. He might be near the first down. He's going to have the first down up to midfield. And DJ Payne.
That play to that side has worked so far all night. You need to stay with that.
It's well blocked.
Yes.
Just a really good job on the right side. Jacorian Jones opening up holes that DJ Payne can make use of. Payne now up to 47 yards on 8 carries. Leading rusher for both teams. Pretty good response here from the Marauders. Payne again, now left side. Only going to pick up a couple. Thought he missed an opportunity there, Coach, to turn it upfield a little quicker.
Yeah, didn't need to run it to the sideline. I thought that hole opened up very quickly, very early, right there.
Yeah, right there. If he cuts it back and just goes up, he's got 3, 4,
right,
maybe 5 yards.
Get what you can get. He's trying to get to more than that's what's there. I mean, read the green grass and go to it.
Yeah. Well, it's a battle of power football right now, and we're at a stalemate, 7-all first quarter. The clock continues to trickle down here at the end of the first, 2:30 to go. Eden over the middle of the field, intended for Kennedy and nearly intercepted Basiru Joby.
Ooh, he got away with that.
Eden did not see Joby.
No.
And I got to tell you, Joby had some green in front of him. Let's see what Armani's looking for there. See if we can bring this back.
It's that same slant play, and you can't keep doing it too many times. They're going to read it. Double slant. They're going to pick it up eventually.
That double slant can work against you, especially if somebody diagnoses that pretty quick. And going to roll out to his right. Huge block near side. Falling down on the route, some contact, and a late flag coming in. Coach, I don't know if I agree with the flag. It kind of seemed like both the defender and the offensive player tangled their feet.
That's what it looked like. I don't know what the official saw. If the feet tangle up, they shouldn't throw the flag.
See the replay here. It just looked like tangled up feet, but you know what? Sometimes you get a player falling to the ground, and you're going to get the benefit of the doubt as the offensive player, especially at home.
That was not interference. That's incidental contact.
And you're an ABC guy.
Yes, I am. But, yeah.
Hey, we like to be objective here in the booth.
Absolutely.
Adds credibility to the broadcast. 2:17 to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 after the pass interference call going in favor of the Marauders. And again, what a huge block to free up Armani Eden. To have him make that throw. Wasn't complete, but Brandon Edwards doing his part. 3 wide now. 2 up top. 1 down low, and they go to Edwards up the middle. He's not going to pick up anything. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And this isn't a knock on the rest of the running back core, but DJ Payne is just a cut above.
Yes, he is. But they got to give him some breaks. He's got to come out some.
Second and 9. They'll give him 1. Eden. Blitz is picked up. Pass is complete on the far side. That's Jordan Wayne. Up to the 45-yard line. 3-yard gain looks like. So 3rd and 6 now. Coach, is this 4th down territory?
This early, maybe not. I'm in favor of punting early in the game and keeping the field in your favor.
Especially with a team, not necessarily with an aerial attack, but a rushing attack.
Exactly. Give them a long field.
Absolutely. Tire them out a little bit. It's a good adjustment here by the offense. They are really taking their time, very methodical. Eden keeps it himself under duress. He's going to be sacked. Huge loss on the play near midfield. He's going to lose a ton, and here comes the punting unit. Well, no doubt about it now.
Exactly.
Did not matter. So Luke Kaufman will come on. Kaufman averaging 34.5 yards per punt. Back to receive it for the Bulldogs, Marquise Jackson. There is the kick. And Jackson will let this one bounce. It will go out of bounds, looks like at the 10-yard line. And they'll say the 8. Pretty good punt.
That was much better. And he's trying to kick it to the sideline. Yep. He's directional kicking.
Well executed. It's not very often you'll see a punt get some love on a replay. But why not? Well, DJ Payne up to 49 yards on 9 carries. Isaac Bosley, 4 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown. For the Bulldogs, Jordan Wayne, 2 catches for 25 yards, and John Johnson, 1 catch, but it was for 17 yards and good for 6. Bulldogs looking for a chunk play here, not going to get it. Terrific coverage near side. It was DeLon Smith. Well, Coach, both teams coming in 3-0 in conference, and you expected a tough, hard-fought battle, and we have exactly that here in quarter number one.
This is what I expected.
Yep.
Both teams are probably pretty evenly matched.
Yeah. The Marauders come in 5-3 overall, should be 6-2 after the game versus Desert that we had for you, the quadruple overtime debacle of happenings. And one thing that we talked about in that game, going back to the game versus College of the Desert, was the amount of penalties. And something that we have not seen since here on SoCal College Sports while covering Antelope Valley is penalties. They've done a really good job, and you have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff.
I'm sure Coach Dileka and his staff, after that game, had a lot to say about penalty.
And that will do it for the first quarter. 7-all. Antelope Valley hosting Allan Hancock. You are watching SCFA Football Week 10, SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as the wide open West, you can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
And remember, everybody, you can go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com, catch all of the action. A large slate of coverage this past weekend. Men's basketball, the We Play Hard tournament at Ventura College. We also have a football game at Ventura College going on right now. Bakersfield and Ventura. National Northern Division. Trying to get some score updates here for you. The Bulldogs take over at their own 16-yard line. Kelleher rolls out.
Nice coverage.
Coverage is there. The pursuit is there of Kelleher. 2nd and 10. L.A. Pierce in overtime over Santa Barbara earlier today, 40-37. Orange Coast pummeled by Fullerton. Not a shocker there, 66-14. Citrus with a win over L.A. Valley. So L.A. Valley came in
falling off
as ranked as the top team in the American Division, and they are now 4-5 on the season after a pretty good start. Canyons in Santa Monica earlier today. Don't have a score update for you there. Paris Jones, meanwhile, receiving the punt, and terrific field position for the Marauders to start this drive after it's a quick 3-and-out from Allan Hancock.
He just threw a late flag for something.
Oh, geez. Well, we saw a face mask earlier, personal foul go against Allan Hancock.
This was very late, well after the play.
So dead ball foul. Marauders aren't going to have to give this one up, I'm sure. Coach, it looks like they're going to back it up here for the Marauders. I wonder if that was maybe a little payback. If they're walking it back.
No, it wasn't. It was a live ball penalty.
Live ball,
blocking the
back.
Yes.
Got it. That'll back it up to the 44-yard line, now in Marauder territory. Back to some more scores. Grossmont a winner over Golden West, 36-34. Santa Ana over West LA. Santa Ana 6-3 now on the season. They are a team that can put up points in a hurry. 55-28. El Camino winner over Chaffee. Glendale over LA Southwest 28-24. I think that's 2 in a row for Glendale. Armani Ed now in the short shotgun. DJ Payne, why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. DJ picks up 4. San Diego Mesa 7-6 over Mount San Jacinto. Ventura and Bakersfield, and right now Ventura holding serve at home 10-0. Victor Valley over San Bernardino Valley 7-0. ELAC over Pasadena City 7-0. Palomar and Saddleback also in action. Mount Sac hosting LA Harbor, and Riverside on top of Long Beach into the first quarter 14-0. Eden back to pass, has a man wide open. This is Jordan Wayne. Wayne on the reception, his third tonight. And he'll have it in Bulldog territory up ahead to the 37-yard line. Jordan Wayne just seems to run really good routes that free him up to be very effective.
It's also not a bad idea to sprint Eden out, get him out of the pocket, and buy him some time.
Well, he's so effective with his feet.
Yes.
And extending plays. I wouldn't necessarily say, I wouldn't necessarily classify him as a dual threat quarterback, but he can hurt you with his feet. And Eden, on the completion of Jordan Wayne, picks up the first down. So a new set of down here for the Marauders. Early second quarter, 7-all. DJ Payne over the right side, and not much doing there. That was a little RPO. I thought Eden had a chance to maybe keep that ball, roll out, and make a play.
What I'm seeing is one coverage from Hancock. There seemed to be man coverage with a free safety, man free. I haven't seen him do anything other than that.
How would you attack that here, Coach?
Run the ball. All right, in their man coverage, you should be able to run the ball.
Showing a little blitz here from the Bulldogs.
And your receivers have to beat one-on-one coverage.
Jordan Wayne looked like he was
He
held.
was grabbed, yes.
He's a big boy. It's easy to spot when he is held, and the flag comes in right on cue. See if we can catch it here on the replay.
Can't quite see it.
Oh, we'll see it on this one, that's for sure. Yeah, held right there.
Yeah.
Try to get away with it with the offhand, but that's right in front of the judge. I think defensive back was thinking the judge was on the other side and was going to get away with it. Pass interference because the ball was in the air on the hold. So I believe that's a spot foul, or is that 15?
15 yards.
Okay.
Or it could be the spot.
Okay, so it is the spot.
It's the spot.
At the 31-yard line.
If it occurs more than 15 yards down the field, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Well, the Marauders, and I tried to make the point last drive, Coach, very methodical here, and they are buying as much time as possible for the defense to stay fresh. And we saw it on that last possession defensively for the Marauders. They were very fresh in forcing the 3-and-out. DJ Payne nearly breaks it to the house.
Close to breaking it.
Very good run for DJ. And we'll see the push yet again. DJ, man, that's just a gaping hole into the second. That level not even touched. So first down for the Marauders at the 20-yard line. Second trip into the red zone tonight for AVC.
They're pushing it on their play clock. Yeah, they had to call timeout. I mean, they're very slow getting the play in that time.
So they'll have to take a timeout. We will do the same back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. So the play calling gets in a little late from the sideline. Coach Gillette and company have to burn one. 12:21 to go. We're in the second quarter, 7-all. The Marauders driving. Just good old-fashioned power football here, Coach, from both teams. Who's going to get the better of it? Right now it's DJ Payne, and that is terrific pursuit from the backside. And, man, getting there in a hurry is Basiru Joby. Coach, that was a safety coming up, and I got to tell you, that was a player that got there in a hurry.
I don't think he was sent either. I think he just read it.
That was
He's pretty good at
that was
looking athlete.
vintage Troy Polamalu right there. Eden going to roll out to his left, looking for the end zone. Has a man. That one tapped, nearly caught off of the deflection. Pass was intended for Khalil Canada. That's going to bring up third down.
There's a flag on the play.
In the backfield, this is probably going to be a hold. Trying to buy Eden a little time there. Did you see the flag at the end there, Coach?
Yes.
Hence the sigh. Back him up 10. And we will do second down again. It'll be second and a mile. Second and 23 to be precise, I believe. DJ Payne already up to 62 yards on 13 carries. Jordan Wayne, 3 catches for 38 yards. Mari Eden, 4 of 8, 55 yards and a touchdown. And Jimmy Kelleher, 2 of 6 for only 15 yards. Much of what we expected here, Joe.
That's exactly what we expected. They're both going to try to feature the run.
Mike Cepeda,
both teams.
Joe Watts with you here on SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage. Week 10 in the SCFA. Eden, they pick up the blitz. Jordan Wayne trying to break one tackle. He does. And he's going to pick up a nice chunk of yardage to make this third and manageable.
Yes, it is. More manageable.
You see Jordan Wayne break it here. That's a very good job. Very good individual effort there from Jordan. And he is the big play guy. His 4th catch tonight. Had 7 for 170 plus last week, including a 78-yarder to the house. 4 for 48. Here tonight. Eden. That's great blitz pickup there on the edge from DJ Payne. Eden over the back, over the middle of the field. Looks like Johnson on the reception. He has some room in front of him and a blocker. Johnson looking for the pylon. He's going to be down inside the 5. It's a first down and goal for Antelope Valley.
Very nice play by Eden.
Well, usually you don't want to be late back over the middle of the field.
No, you don't, but he found the open receiver. He got the ball to him.
It's okay if you're precise. Johnson basically just lays down. Oh, man, that's really a good job of anticipating the defensive back and the linebacker moving.
Yes. He threw right behind him.
It's almost the opposite of throwing a receiver open. He's throwing where the defender is but won't be when the pass gets there. It's a terrific job by Armani Eden. Coach Jaleka really sung his praises early in the season. Thought the young man had a lot of potential. The game, week by week, day by day in practice, seemed to be slowing down for him. We see that here tonight. A couple of impressive drives here in the first half. One of them en route to a touchdown. Completion to John Johnson from 17 yards out. And let's see if he can cap this drive off. Second and goal now for Antelope Valley. I think right now you just go to DJ Payne, feed the beast. Nope. Jordan Wayne with a step. Nope. Good coverage. Looked like Lenny Roundtree. So Roundtree denies Jordan Wayne.
Yeah, that pass needs to be thrown up higher.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We'll see it here on the replay.
Yeah, this is a hard pass to defend if it's thrown over the outside shoulder up high.
Almost like the back shoulder throw. And
almost, yeah.
Honestly, I'd like to see with the big body and the broad shoulders of Jordan Wayne, I'd like to see them maybe explore back shoulder more. Because that's nearly impossible to guard and defend down here.
He executed a good pass and a good catch. You can't defend.
Man comes free up the gut, and it is a sack for Allan Hancock. Breaking free, Dominic King, 6'5", defensive lineman. He's only a freshman, 270. That's a big boy.
Yeah.
And McAdam is going to have to kick one now from 32 instead of 22. It's a loss of 10 on the play for Antelope Valley. And I got to tell you, giving up only 3 on this drive is a win. And with the win here tonight, this is not a chip shot.
Oh, no.
And, well, the shot didn't even get off. Antelope Valley gets down to the 5-yard line, and they are turned away. No points. The score remains 7-all, and the momentum shifts in favor of the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs take over first down at their 22-yard line.
San Bernardino Valley, 8-7 over Victor Valley now. Ventura swells their lead to 17-0 over Bakersfield. Bakersfield coming in as the number 6 seed in the SCFA. Right behind them, Ventura. Only one loss on the season for Bakersfield that came at the hands of RCC, and RCC hosting Long Beach tonight. RCC, the number 2 team in the SCFA. You can make a case for them being number 1, but Fullerton's been so good all year, ranked number 1 nationally. We had them early in the year versus College of the Canyons. And this was Raheem Skinner. Oh, Whitman. Whitmill on the carry.
It's a big momentum shift. Now the defense has to kind of get things under control.
29, 28, and 26. All with similar builds. Thanks, guys. I'm afraid to call out a name here, Coach.
I can't see the number, so I can't help you.
I want to
26.
Okay, so that was Bosley. No, that was Skinner. Bosley's 28. So Skinner up ahead. His third carry. 3 for 14 now. Whitmill 4 for 26, and Bosley 4 for 39. And the touch. Power eye set. This is Bosley. Bosley up ahead for 3. Well, you have to be really happy if you're the defensive coordinator for Allan Hancock on that last drive. Come up with a big play.
They did.
On 3rd and goal from about the 7-yard line. And with the win here tonight, it just takes that type of play to take you out of field goal range. And luckily for Allan Hancock, McAdam unable to get the kick off. But this rush goes for a minimal gain and get 1 yard. Should be 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Damon Whitmill, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Kenneth Pearson.
Pearson on the tackle for AVC. Skinner back into the ball game at tailback. Kevin Stark in the offset eye. Kelleher didn't handle that one cleanly.
Yeah, he almost dropped it.
For Ferraro.
Yeah, that play was doomed from the start. He almost dropped the ball dropped the snap.
It really was. Cheyenne Bradford nearly had a pick 6 there, Teron Rush. Wreaking havoc as well. So here comes the punting unit. And seemingly, DJ Payne, Armani Eden going to go back to work on offense. No bad penalties here. I hate to put the jinx on them. And they came after that kick. Paris Jones waiting back at his own 21-yard line, looking to evade a tackler. He has a blocker. Can he get the edge? No, he cannot. Terrific pursuit. And a flag on the play. It's going to be a hold.
Or a block in the back. He took his time to throw it. It happened early.
Maybe he just couldn't get that out of his belt. Yeah, they're pointing to the ABC side of it there. Already intending to walk it back. They will walk it back from the 19. Block in the back. Good call, Coach. Eden pretty good on that drive. Has his numbers up to 6 for 11 for 82 yards. And the lone touchdown that we spoke of, Jordan Wayne, big beneficiary in the passing game that last drive. We also saw a reception from John Johnson back over the middle of the field. And this is the deepest that AVC has started here tonight.
Hancock's stopping that play now. They figured it out.
They've made an adjustment.
Yes, they have.
And now you got to counter the counter if you're Antelope Valley.
Yes, exactly.
What's the call here, Coach?
Well, I don't know what Perry wants to do, but I would throw it here. Actually, I'd throw play action pass.
Yeah. Well, you have Khalil Canada, Jordan Wayne. Jordan Wayne at the bottom, John Johnson at the top, trips left. Short shotgun yet again. Eden rolling out to his right, but trying to buy some time, looking for Johnson on the sideline. Did he have it within the boundary?
Yes.
He did. He's going to be just short of the first down. He'll be marked at the 18, it looks like.
Yes.
So it's a pickup of 8. 3rd and 2 now coming up. And this is an important down. You don't want to have the field flipped against you.
Do not. Need to get out of the hole, at least.
Well, they've mixed up the play going left and right, but they've got a little right heavy here in rushes with DJ Payne. Where do they go? Not clean. Is the ball on the deck? Ball's on the deck. It looked like Antelope Valley fell on top of it.
But now it's 4th down.
4th down, a loss of yardage. And here comes the punting unit. A terrific opportunity for Allan and Hancock here to get their first lead of the ball game with a successful drive. Defense, not a lot of time off of the field here for Antelope Valley. Battle for first place in the American Pacific. Pretty good bounce here for Antelope Valley. This is going to trickle down all the way to the 30, or check that, the 27-yard line.
That's a very fortunate bounce.
Luke Kaufman making it work. That's a pretty good job of getting out of the hole field position-wise. 25-22. Okay, they do mark it down at the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, if my math is correct. Don't hold me to that, though. Back to the power I. Kelleher, hands off. Bosley on the left side.
Did
he
not
gets
set the edge, yes. Gave him the edge.
Poor discipline defensively for the Marauders results in a first down run for Isaac Bosley. And Coach, what happened? What happened on that play? Why was Bosley able to get the edge?
Whoever had that responsibility either came inside or turned their shoulders. He was able to bounce out. There was nobody setting the edge over there. 6
rushes now for 55 yards. And this is Skinner. Comes near side. He's going to pick up 4. Well, Coach, the focal point defensively was trying to stop the run game. Obviously, we know that's exactly what Allan Hancock wants to do, and Skinner was the player of note that really stood out. Whitmill now the lone back in the power side, the deep
got a
back
full
now.
back, yeah.
Whitmill, pretty good power, lowering the shoulder. He's going to have the 49-yard line. They need the 49 of the Marauders, so 3rd and 2 now coming up. This is a big 3rd down.
Yes, it is. 3:40 left.
Well, the Marauders had 3rd and 2, and they were unable to move the chains. The Bulldogs now will have a crack at it. Same situation. A little bit more midfield here. This run should get the first down. It will. Pickup of 3 when they needed to move the chains. That looked like it was Raheem Skinner.
47-yard line.
I'd like to send a shout out to Hunter Dodge of the West, sponsor of Antelope Valley College football. Bosley now rushing it forward, and he's going to fall forward. And that's a terrific second and third effort by Isaac Bosley.
That was a great finish on that run. He did not quit. 5-yard gain.
I love to see those type of runs as coach, don't you, Coach?
Oh, yes.
Look at that. Just keeps on churning the legs and pushing forward. And not every back has that.
There's a good tackle.
Big stuff up front. That one going nowhere. And was that Teron Rush on the tackle?
No, that was 36.
36, that's right. Mon Davis.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 6. They're going to say he lost a yard, looks like. Maybe half a yard. Back to the power I. Play action. Nope. Kelleher going to fire it. Ferraro. And he's going to have the first down. He'll have forward progress to the 36. He needed the 37. You can move the chains. And it's funny because I don't know if Ferraro initially had possession when he received the ball. We're going to see the replay here. It's not a bad pass here from Kelleher. I thought he bobbled it just a little bit. No. Fairly clean.
I think he did bobble it.
Well, in real time, it's tough to it's tough to figure that out. I mean, if this was the NFL, I'm sure they would probably challenge.
They would replay. Yeah, I think he did bobble it. I'm not even sure if he had it when he hit the ground.
Well, that would make it entirely moot to begin with. Handoff again. This is Bosley one more time. Player loses his helmet. Losing his helmet. That was Brandon Edwards playing a little two-way ball. Barnes on the tackle for the Marauders. Pickup of 4, 2nd and 6 now.
Clock's becoming a factor.
Yep. Well, it's been a quick first half. Haven't seen a lot of those here.
No.
In our time
no, we
of coverage
haven't.
For Antelope Valley. I think we have a little PTSD from the quadruple overtime game. Nice hard run for the Bulldogs here, and some whistles on the field.
Timeout.
Timeout going to be called. Is this going to be called by Antelope Valley? No, Allan Hancock. It'll be 3rd and 2 when we come back. 1:12 to go. 7-all second quarter. Bulldogs driving, trying to take the lead for the first time tonight. Back in a moment. Skinner, the deep back, power I. 3rd and 2. It goes to Skinner. Skinner runs over a man that had fallen down into the line. It looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. He needed the 21 or the 26. He's at about the 25 and a half. I don't think they need a measurement here, Coach.
Do not. He got it.
So move the chains. That'll stop the clock momentarily, and now they'll wind it. A minute to play here in the first half. Offset I. Play action. Kelleher under duress. Flag on the field. This is going to be a hold. Kelleher.
Yeah, he grabbed him.
Throws it away, and that was Teron Rush coming up the gut. And we talked about the big week that he had last week, 4 sacks. Watch him wreak havoc on this play here, Coach.
He got grabbed right there.
Yep.
So.
Man, look at Rush. It looks like he runs with wide receivers. Well, you love the motor from Teron Rush. 9 tackles a week ago. 50 seconds to play here.
That was a big play.
It did. It's going to back them up. Going to make a field goal very tough now, considering the windy conditions here on the campus of Antelope Valley College. Is this Lancaster or Palmdale?
This is Lancaster.
I like to be correct on my geography. We're going to have a timeout again. I think this is the second one called this half by the Bulldogs. They want to talk things over. Back in a moment.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as a wide open West, you can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
Mike Cepeda, Joe Watts with you on tonight's coverage. And Coach, pleasure doing business with you here again.
Yes, been a great season so far.
It really has been, and a promising outlook here when you consider the postseason, and that starts to come into play. One more week of the regular season remaining. Question is, can you run the table here? Very stout game tonight between both teams. Only 7 points on the board for both offenses. They roll out Kelleher.
Fooled.
Ferraro complete. He's near first down yardage. He needs the 16. He falls forward to the 17. Pickup of 19 on the play.
The defensive end got fooled. They didn't have to block him.
Yeah. The defensive end gets caught in little no man's land there. And now, 2nd and 20, or 2nd and 1. Kelleher looking for the end zone. Ferraro has that pass knocked down. That is terrific coverage. Play made by DeLon Smith.
Oh, no. Threw a flag on him.
On DeLon?
Yeah, I think so.
What did he say?
I don't know, but he's coming out of the game.
What's the call going to? Well, Coach, I mean,
it's going to be a dead ball penalty, I think.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
And the penalties, I mean, really bad penalties here. This is going to cost them points.
This is a terrible penalty. I mean, I cannot believe he did. He made a good play.
Made a great play. He knocks down the ball, and, you know, he says a little something there at the end. I don't know if he made a gesture or something like that, but it's just, you can't have it. You can't catch it here. And just so frustrating, you know, from a coaching, from a fan perspective on the Antelope Valley side. And now it's 1st and goal inside the 9-yard line. 19 seconds to go. Well, Allan Hancock only with 1 timeout remaining. So if you can make a play here defensively, you're going to make things very interesting in terms of play calling. As Whitmill will check in at tailback.
They got 5 on the play clock.
We'll go again to the offset eye play action. They roll him out. Ferraro pass deflected.
Nice job.
Terrific job defensively up front, getting a hand on it. Was that Teron Rush again? I think that was a blitzing linebacker, maybe? That was 26. Kevin Smith.
He's a linebacker.
The linebacker making the play, forcing an incompletion. 15 seconds remaining. 2nd and goal now. Single back set. They're looking
he's open.
Wide open.
No.
And Kelleher overshoots the intended target. And that was Isaac Bosley. Bosley was looking for number 2, this time in the receiving game. And man, does Antelope Valley get away with one here? Look at how wide
He's
open
all by
Bosley
him.
is. Oh.
He doesn't even require a good pass.
That one sailed on him. Coach, do you think the wind may be a factor there?
It can be. If you haven't been throwing in the wind at all, it can affect your throws.
Well, something was awry there on the pass. Incomplete. 3rd and goal now. And Could be a big stand here going in at half for the defense if you can hold Allan Hancock to no points on this drive. What are we talking about here in the huddle, Coach?
You're reminding the contain guys that they need to make sure they keep the quarterback in the pocket because you're going to want to get pressure on them. And you're also reminding the DBs that, play the ball, not the man.
Yeah, play action frequency has been very high here, and they really burned him on a chunk play earlier in this drive to Ferraro. And of course, we had the penalty. So here we go. 9 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Can the Bulldogs muster up some points on this drive? Skinner.
That's good
Gets
pressure.
a block, and that is great pressure.
Yes. That's containing him, not letting him get outside.
Absolutely. We'll see it here from the end zone camera as the kicking unit comes onto the field here for the Bulldogs.
Kevin Smith again.
Yeah, Smith all over it. So the Bulldogs going to kick it. Little icing timeout here from Coach Perry Jalecker.
Yes, might as well.
Jordan Pollard will have a chance to put Allan Hancock in the lead for the first time tonight when we come back.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as a wide open West, you can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
Seven all. Stingy defensive battle back and forth. Smash mouth football. Coach, are you a fan of this brand of football?
Yes, I am. This is the kind of football I played. This is old school.
What position did you play, Coach?
I was a quarterback.
All right.
And I played defensive back. So,
Little Iron Man over here in the booth. Pollard will attempt it from 26 out. Kick is up. That looked good.
no.
That's wide left. Well, let's see the replay here. As the Bulldogs will be turned away.
Yeah, it stayed
Stayed right.
right. It didn't go.
So wide right, did not hook it in between, and I believe the wind a factor there on that kick. We go in at the half, 7-all. Hotly contested battle
It
in the
is.
American Pacific. Halftime from Antelope out. Halftime here from Antelope Valley, 7-all, and the Bulldogs and the Marauders. Mike Spada, Joe Watts with you here at the half. And, well, Joe, I was very impressed by both teams. Both teams coming in 3-0, undefeated in conference play in the American Pacific. And what do? It's just smash mouth football on both ends. And DJ Payne, the star of the first half for the Marauders, 15 rushes for 61 yards.
Yeah, he's done what he's been doing the last few games. He's running hard, and he's making good decisions when he makes cuts. I'm very impressed with the running backs from Hancock. They're all pretty much run the same.
Yeah.
They're just as good.
I completely agree. We talked about it coming in. Bosley, Whitmill, and Skinner all averaging about 5 yards plus a carry on the season. The big man, Raheem Skinner, coming in averaging the most. But early on, they featured Bosley, and Bosley very effective. Eight carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see much of the same in the second half. I think both teams are going to come out and try to establish what they established in the first half and see who can come out on top. And I think the team that makes the fewest mistakes this second half is going to have the chance, and that means penalties or turnovers.
Yeah, and really, Jimmy Kelleher had a prime opportunity to put 6 on the board. He missed Bosley by a mile, and he had him wide open in the flat.
Mm-hmm. A very well-conceived play. He wishes he had that one back because he didn't need to throw a very good pass. He was that wide open.
No, well, I mean, he needed Inspector Gadget to be on the receiving end of the catch. Unfortunately, Isaac Bosley couldn't acquiesce. So right now, 7-all, going into the second half. What's the game plan here for the Marauders? I mean, obviously, DJ Payne has been very effective in the run game, but at the end of that first half, it looked like Allan Hancock had made some adjustments up front defensively and really held DJ Payne in check. What do you do moving forward?
Well, it's a game of adjustments. Now, they've adjusted, and you've got to adjust to their adjustments. But one of the things that Antelope Valley did was establish the fact that they could run the ball. That gives them a chance to throw the ball more. Play action pass and throwing on first down when it's not expected. So that could be their adjustment at halftime. I don't know. But I know Perry Jaleka, he first and foremost, he wants to establish the run. I think they did that pretty well in the first half.
Yeah, and now you make the play calling so much harder to diagnose from a defensive standpoint with the run pass option in effect. Now you suck in the defense, you suck in the linebacker or safety. Now you can go over the top. You have Jordan Wayne on the outside, Johnson as well. Johnson and Wayne with a couple of big plays in that first half. Jordan Wayne, 4 catches for 48 yards. John Johnson, 3 catches for 42 yards and the touchdown on the board. 7-all, third quarter coming up in just a bit. SoCalCollegeSports.com's continuing coverage, SCFA football week 10. It's a battle for first here in the American Pacific. Back in a moment.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as a wide open West, you can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
Second half about to get underway here. Mike Cepeda, Joe Watts with you on today's coverage. Tonight's coverage. SoCalCollegeSports.com. Go to our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You can catch this broadcast live, and all of our broadcasts archive to our YouTube channel. So if you can't watch it live, or you have some friends and family that want to watch the broadcast in its entirety, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe at SoCal College Sports 1. Allan Hancock won the toss. They deferred. They get it first here in the third quarter. This is a fairly short kick. Very returnable.
Good coverage, though.
Decent field position to start off the second half for the Bulldogs. Tristan Durfee brings the ball up. Well, not a lot of offense from either team in that first half. 24 rushes for 131 yards for Allan Hancock. Net, ABC only with 33 yards on the ground.
Yeah, really?
That's because of the big plays and the play loss from
Exactly.
Armani Edden. He was sacked a couple times. He has 3 rushes in the books for negative 22 yards. Michael McPeak as well, 1 carry for negative 7 yards. And right off the bat to start the third quarter, another rush. This one going for 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Bulldogs. And the run defense gets there in a hurry.
They sent the linebacker. He got through clean.
So shooting the gap. Robertson backs up the Bulldogs to the 35-yard line. 3rd and 9 now coming up, and be a terrific job here to open the second half defensively for the Marauders if they can force a 3-and-out. Bosley, the deep back, power eye set again, 2 receivers up top. Play action. Kelleher, nowhere to go. Rush in pursuit. Kelleher just going to have to chuck it out of bounds. There was a receiver in the area, so 3-and-out here, 13:33 to go.
It's a good start.
And you love the response out of halftime. And this is a team here in Antelope Valley did not spend a lot of time on the field defensively because of the management of the game.
Right.
By Coach Perry Jaleka and Normani Edden. Paris Jones back to receive this kick from Jordan Pollard. 37-0 RCC crushing Long Beach at home. RCC is beginning to make a case for themselves as the best team in Southern California. That's going to be one heck of a Final Four in the National Division. This kick trickles down to the 21-yard line in Marauder territory. That's where Armani Edden and the offense will take over. Antelope Valley with 13:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Will attempt to take the lead. Paris Jones in the slot. John Johnson at the bottom of your screen. Jordan Wayne at the top. And, of course, DJ Payne, the lone back. They established a run in the first half. Do they go play action here to start off the second? No, they go right to DJ Payne. Early movement, 5 yards going the wrong way for ABC. Not exactly what you wanted.
No.
First play offensively of the second half. In fact, there was movement on that left side of the line. Michael Farrar, 3 catches for 38 yards for the Bulldogs. Failed to mention him at half, so don't want to shortchange any players in their achievements for either team.
Yes.
1st and 15 for the Marauders. 3 wide, 2 down, 1 up. DJ Payne up the gut. And he'll get some of that penalty yardage back. Looks like he'll pick up 3 on the play. Well, Coach, I think Eden has been pretty good here so far. Good job of managing the game. Did get away with a mistake over the middle. A pass nearly intercepted on a quick slant. And that probably would have been 6 going the other way.
Yes, it would have been. But other than that, I think he's played a pretty solid. He played a pretty solid half.
Agreed. Eden under duress. Oh, that's a great job of escaping the would-be tackler. He falls ahead. And Paris Jones calling for a flag here. DJ Payne is hobbled in the backfield. This could be a huge story here, Coach. Let's see what happened on the replay. Payne, Coach, is that non-contact?
I don't know what happened.
It happened on the push. Let's see that one more time. Payne's going to come off here. He'll be headed to the bench. And it looks like, I don't know what, maybe he knocked knees with the defender as he was going in for a block. Meanwhile, DJ Payne is on the bench and being tended to by a trainer. 3rd and long. Eden going to make him pay with his feet. Can he pick up the first down? He will. And Armani Eden, a terrific individual effort to pick up the first down and move the chains.
What you said about his feet, he can run the ball effectively.
He can hurt you. He makes the Bulldogs pay right here. No DJ Payne. Hey, I'll do it myself. I got negative 22 yards. I got to get in positive. So Armani Eden working himself into the green now with only negative 9 yards on the night. His 5th carry. This one an official carry, not a sack. That's interesting. I'm surprised that sacks go down here in college football.
It's only in pro football that it goes against your passing, not your rushing. All other levels, it's a running play.
This rush play going nowhere. And with DJ Payne on the bench, you're probably going to have to look to Armani Eden a little bit more to make some plays not only with his feet but through the air. And the coverage has been pretty good on the outside tonight for the Bulldogs. Jalen Burgess, Lenny Roundtree for AHC. Bulldogs showing blitz. Set up Paris Jones here. Near side, Jones will be pushed out of bounds. Let's see what kind of spot they give him. They're going to give him the 37-yard line. Only a pickup of 3. Make it 4. It was 2nd and 11. 3rd and 7 now for the Marauders. And again, the methodical approach here for the Marauders continues. Edwards in at tailback. They're looking for Johnson for a big chunk play.
He overthrew him.
And he overthrows John Johnson. John Johnson had a beat on Jalen Burgess. Unable to complete. And at the end of the play, it looks like Johnson comes up hobbling as well. So here comes the punting unit. I hope Johnson's okay. And that's a rough drive from an injury standpoint. Let's see if we can catch a tail end of this, Coach. Johnson looking to lay out, and looks like he pulled up with a hammy.
It's his hamstring, yes.
That's a hammy
he
for
grabbed
sure.
the back
I've
of his
seen
leg.
one before. I've experienced one before. Those are not fun.
Oh, no.
Absolute shank job
Oh, my
from
goodness.
Kaufman. Kaufman had been so good tonight. He did have one semi-shank early on, but he had another kick that really flipped the field in favor of AVC and really allowed the defense a little bit of room to work with. That time, the ball goes out at the 49-yard line, so only a 12-yard punt. The Bulldogs in business right now. Skinner, the deep back. Well, Coach, you sent a linebacker that last time out early in the drive. Did they do it again? Skinner gets to the second level but doesn't get much. He is met with a thud after a 2-yard gain. Looked like that second level was more like the 1.5.
Yeah.
What's that called, Coach, when you make the second level that much closer to the line of scrimmage?
When you move it up?
It looked like they were moving it up a little bit.
Yeah, they are. They're using run reads in their approach. They're coming forward immediately.
And
The
Skinner
linebackers.
lowers the boom. Picks up positive yardage. He's going to pick up 4. And that was actually Whitmill on the carry. Here's Bosley back into the contest. It's been a running back committee tonight here for the Bulldogs. Bosley, Whitmill, and Skinner. Bosley, the high man, 8 carries for 64 yards. He's the deep back right now in the offset eye. And the toss goes to Bosley. Can he get the edge?
Yeah,
I think he did. Second effort after first contact.
A missed tackle. He dodged the tackle that way.
Where's the spot, though, Coach? I
I
thought
think
he peeked through it.
He came up short, I believe.
Well, let's see the replay here, because he does not have the first down marker. He has the 40-yard line, and he's going to be a yard short. So this is going to bring up 4th and 1.
They're going to go for it.
And this is 4-down territory.
It is.
And with the running game at your disposal like you have, why not? Kellerman is going to move forward. I don't know if he got there, Coach. It's going to be very close. They're going to give him the 40
on this
and a half.
side is not giving it to him.
The 40-and-a-half-yard line is where they spotted. They needed the 41. It looks like this is going to be a turnover on downs. Will we even get a measurement?
Don't need to.
What a push. Let's see that one again here, Coach. That is a very impressive play made by this defensive front. Incredible penetration. Does not get there. And Turon Rush and company
I don't
stonewall the Bulldogs.
I don't know why they don't give it to one of their 3 good running backs in that situation. They might have outsmarted themselves, but that was good defensive push.
Yeah, you go to the deep back there. You allow the running back to read a hole, maybe see a quick gap.
Exactly.
And use a bit of momentum to make a play. Instead, it's a turnover on downs, and Antelope Valley now takes over with momentum in their favor. DJ Payne back into the ball game, and he rumbles ahead for 2 yards.
It's him and the linebacker one-on-one.
Yep. And, Coach, that did not look like the same DJ Payne that we were accustomed to seeing in the first half. Him and a linebacker one-on-one in the first half, that
yes.
probably would have been 8 yards at least.
Yeah, he usually beats that matchup.
.840 and counting here in the third quarter, still 7-all. Battle in the Pacific American Division. John Johnson
he overthrew him
again, and Armani Eden irate with himself, and with good reason. A couple times down here in the second half where he has just overshot the receiver. Eden rolling to his right, and he knew it right away.
He left a pretty clean pocket. He could have stayed in there to throw that one.
And Johnson again reaching for that hamstring, really concerned about him on the near side. He comes off. He's going to be replaced on the near side by Jordan Wayne. Khalil Canada looks like up top. Bunch formation receiver set with Paris Jones, Canada, and Clifton Jordan for the Marauders. Jordan Wayne by himself. It's a toss out near side. This is DJ Payne. There's a flag on the field.
It flew from way back there.
Looks like it's going to be in the vicinity of where you would expect a hold to be called. It was 3rd and 8, but let's see about the flag here.
Yeah, it's on ABC.
On ABC, because you see the white cap signaling and motioning a decline option from the Bulldogs. So both offenses here floundering about and just looking for some type of identity here. I mean, you know what they want to do in terms of rushing the ball, but both defenses have just been so stingy.
Yes.
Coach, you talked about it. Which team is going to make the fewest amount of mistakes?
Oh.
Another bad kick from Kaufman. Where did it go out?
He's still marking it. He's still – there he goes.
40-yard
line.
14-yard punt. Well, it's better than the last one, which was 12 yards. But 14 yards on a punt, not going to get it done. He was so good earlier tonight. Kaufman had a long of 58 earlier, averaging 38.3 at the half, and that number surely takes a hit after the last two. So back to the power eye set here for Allan Hancock. Handoff goes off. Looked like that was Whitmill. He'll be stopped after a 3-yard carry. Whitmill, more of the power back.
He's pretty solidly built.
Yeah, he's a stocky boy.
Yeah.
Skinner will come back on. Wonder what his squat number is in the weight room. Probably pretty high.
Yeah.
One receivers to both sides. They go with the run, and this is stonewalled quickly after a gain of 1. Not much doing there. That was Skinner. Skinner going nowhere. Coach very impressed with both defenses here, making the adjustments up front to quell the run. All right. If you just look at the stats, both teams with almost mirror images of each other in terms of what they're doing. 10 first downs apiece for both teams at the half. Both teams have run about the same amount of plays, 41 for ABC, 46 for Allan Hancock. Kelleher rolling out to his right, nothing there in the pursuit.
Now
Terrific.
they're ready for his rollout.
Yeah.
They've got him contained now.
Into Ron Rush, guess who? In pursuit of
Yes.
Kelleher. And it's a quick 3 and out. Well, Coach, we are 7:30 in to the third quarter. 7:32 remaining here in the third, and only 1 first down combined for both teams. That kick much better from Allan Hancock. That's Jordan Pollard. Paris Jones fair catches it at the 25-yard line. And let's see if Armani Eden can muster something up here. Armani Eden made a play on a couple of drives previous, I believe, to extend the drive with his feet. DJ Payne back in the ballgame. He came off briefly, what looked like maybe a knee injury. Looked like he maybe collided with another player's knee.
Yeah, he seems to be okay right now.
And he's back into the ball game. The last run that we saw him out there did not look like a DJ Payne run. 1-on-1 with the linebacker, only gained 2 yards. And let's see if he can gain some momentum here. 1st and 10. And the ball is on the deck. It's a fumble. Allan Hancock has it. Oh, geez. Coach, you talked about who's going to make the fewest amount of mistakes, and this is just a bad transition here from QB to DJ Payne. It just looked like...
It looked like Eden put the ball too low. I don't know if that's exactly... Looks like he might have hit him low on the leg instead of in the pocket.
One more time here. It looks like it just looks like he lost it before he handed it off.
Yeah. So
the Bulldogs in business at the 21-yard line of Antelope Valley. And let's see if the stinginess for the Marauders can continue here in dire straits. Nice jump cut in the middle. Was that Whitmill or? No, that was Skinner. And Skinner with a nice run up ahead to the 10-yard line. They will give him forward progress. That's a first down. An 11-yard carry for the lead back on the season for Allan Hancock. Whitmill now into the ball game. And you have to capitalize here if you're the Bulldogs. We have early movement. This is probably going to go against Antelope Valley. I want to say that the contact was initiated by AVC and that caused the movement up front, but did they get back in time? That's the question that that's a conversation they're having right now.
They're discussing it, and all the players are pointing at each other, but the officials are discussing it. They'll sort it out.
It's going to be encroachment. So 5 going the wrong way here. Looks like they need the 1 yard. It's not first and goal. It looks like they need the 1 yard line for another first down.
Yeah, they can get another first down before they score.
And they're at the 6 right now. Raheem Skinner, blown back. He gets it. Over right tackle, going to bounce it outside. Flag on the field. This is going to be a hold, Coach.
It is. That's what got him outside. That's how he sprung outside, because of a hold.
And it was Teron Rush,
Of course.
the man that they were trying to get away from. Looked like Dominic Chance, tight end, going to be the offending party here. Back it up 10. And that's a huge reprieve defensively for the Marauders. They were a little bit on their heels, especially after the fumble and the transition and handoff between DJ Payne and Armani Eden.
Offset.
Oh, Coach.
Penalties on both teams.
Well, you saw the hold.
I didn't see the other penalty, but I did see the hold.
Oh, jeez. The miscues continue to haunt the Marauders here. Coach, a touchdown here might do it.
Might. The way the game's going, might be enough.
Under 7 minutes to go here, 6:45 in the third quarter. This handoff inside, and this is near the goal line. They're going to down it at the 1. Skinner was right on the doorstep.
But it might be enough for a first down.
I think you're right. So first and goal from the 6-inch line.
Nope, he's calling it third down.
So third down. Kelleher
This time
gets the push from his fullback, and he should be in.
This time it worked.
No signal yet. Coach, still no signal. Do we have a fumble into the end zone?
No, ready to signal first down.
First down on the 1-inch line. Let's go to the end zone, Cam. Probably get a better shot.
I thought he was in the end zone. I thought he got pushed.
Could be something where he's down with his knee before he crossed. Probably go right back to it. We're going to have a timeout called. Coach, we have a timeout on the field.
Who?
Don't know.
He didn't signal.
Officials timeout?
Yeah.
Allan Hancock.
Hancock.
Coach, why do you burn a timeout there? I didn't see the play clock running down. This is a tight game. You probably want to reserve as many timeouts as possible.
I would think so. Then maybe there's confusion on what they were doing.
Well, and not only that, now defensively, you give the Marauders a little bit of a blow.
Well, a chance to regroup at least. This first and goal from, like you said, about the 1-inch line. They're kind of back on their heels.
See if we can pick up some scores from around the SCFA while we have a little time. As the home crowd starts to get a little rowdy here, rooting on the defense. Let's see if the defense can turn them away. First and goal from the 1-inch line, like we said. Bakersfield making a game of it, 24-17. Now they're in the third. Quick push up front. There's a flag on the field, Coach, and I think this is early movement, or I think this might be something going against Allan Hancock. Nope.
On the defense.
On the defense, somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Penalty will be declined. It's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. Extra point is up, and it's good. 14-7, the Bulldogs with their first lead tonight. You are watching SCFA Football Week 10. The Marauders will try to respond when we come back here on SoCal College Sports.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as a wide open West. You can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
Well, finally, with 5:31 to go here in the third quarter, Allan Hancock with their first lead of the ball game. Remember, it was the Marauders scoring first, but it's 14 unanswered thus far.
Let it go.
Jones
He touched it.
touched the ball, and it goes out of bounds at the 1 yard line. What are you doing? If he lets it go, it's out of bounds, and you have it at the 40. That's a loss of essentially 38 yards on the play.
They're making the mistakes that cost them the game.
Well, watching one more time on the replay, we missed it on the main shot. Apologies. Just a terrible miscue in the return game there for Paris Jones. You got to be smarter than that. So the offense, Armani Eden in the short shotgun, will start it this drive from his own end zone. Gets a man in the flat. Pass is complete. This is Khalil Canada. Canada stepped out at the 10-yard line. Canada, 6'2", sophomore, wide receiver, 210 pounds. Surprised we haven't seen a little bit more of Khalil Canada on the season. He's a very big-bodied receiver. And you have to like that matchup outside. Jordan Wayne at the top. John Johnson on the sideline nursing the hamstring injury that we saw him suffer earlier in the ballgame. Eight-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 2. It's DJ Payne time. Nope. Play action again. This pass incomplete. That's terrific diagnosis, and that is Roundtree again in coverage. This pass intended for Jordan Wayne this time.
But now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you can't sustain a drive right here, you're putting your defense in a world of hurt.
Yes, you are.
Payne again the deep back. And we have flags on the field. Coach,
that's not good either.
early whistle. What's the call? Likely going to go against Antelope Valley. False start, back it up 5. Oh, jeez. So back it up to the 5-yard line. They need the 12. 3rd and 7. Changes the entire playbook. Safety playing a little bit up. Wayne one-on-one on the outside. They're going to roll Armani Eden out. He gets the edge. He's looking for some yardage. He has some green in front of him. He's going to pick up a first down. Armani Eden.
Very good job.
Right at the sticks. And Eden makes a play. It's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Marauders. Eden gets the edge. Maybe a little bit of a hold there from DJ Payne to get away with it. And Eden falls forward for the first down. A little breathing room here and a new set of downs for AVC. Coach, I'd like to see them just send Paris Jones on a fly route. Just go get the ball.
Well, Eden's missed 2 deep passes that were open. He's doing it this time. It's a slant.
Jordan Wayne. Coach, I think that's one where he's afraid of of the defensive back or the safety coming up over the middle.
Yeah, he is kind of short arming the ball.
Yeah,
isn't
that
he?
was alligator arms to the fullest right there. So Jordan Wayne's audition for Jurassic Park, the sequel, Tyrannosaurus Rex. I was a tight end when I played football. It was a very brief career, but the T-Rex arms.
You familiar with him?
Yeah, I was told not to do that.
Oh, okay.
Eden near side, and that one well off the mark. 3rd and 10 now coming up, intended for Canada that time. And you see the rapport there between Canada and Eden. It's a little lacking. And, when you lose a big play guy like John Johnson, I had a chance to talk with some of the coaching staff for Antelope Valley before the ball game, and they noted John Johnson, a player of note. This is a player that can have a big game tonight. He's out right now with an injury.
That's unfortunate.
And against a defense that is as this stout. You wonder what kind of effect. That's a late hit, Coach. It's not going to be called. DJ Payne is going to be well short of the first down. Armani Eden took a beating on that play. Let's see the replay. He gets absolutely leveled. Eden's going to come off, and he is smartened.
That was blind side, yes.
Oh, jeez. You just hope he has his wits about him. He did pick up 1 first down, a little breathing room. Kaufman, let's not see another shank here. This one a good punt and takes a favorable Marauder bounce inside the 40-yard line down to the 38 and a little change of the Bulldogs. 3:56 to go. Bulldogs with a 7-point lead in the third quarter.
They're spotting it at the 42. They must have thought it got touched.
Coach, a seesaw battle at Ventura Bakersfield and the Pirates 31-24. San Bernardino Valley 22-20 over Victor Valley. ELAC 28-7 at Pasadena. Saddleback all over Palomar 25-7. Mount Sac 42-7 on top of LA Harbor. And right now they're in the third quarter at Riverside. Long Beach is getting blowed out 44-0. Run up the middle. This is Whitmill. Whitmill with some choppy feet up ahead for 3. Moore Park over Cerritos right now in the second quarter, 12-7. And Cerritos, interestingly enough, played Bakersfield very tough a couple weeks back. Handoff. This is Skinner, and Skinner breaks it just a little bit. He's past the sticks for first. It's a pretty impressive run there from the lead running back of the Bulldogs. Not the lead running back tonight. That's Isaac Bosley, 9 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. Whitmill for 13 carries and 62. And Skinner padded his total on that last carry. Got an update for you shortly.
All you're going to see is runs from here on out for them.
I believe so. And running back that time going airborne, that was Bosley. Going to pick up 2. Skinner up to 44 yards on 12 carries. Long Beach finally on the board in the third quarter. They still trail at 44-7. Ball's on the deck. ABC needs it, and they have it. The early indication is that they have the ball. They needed a turnover. They needed to make a play. They get exactly that, and the indication is the Marauders have it at near midfield. And let's see if we can diagnose what happened on the exchange here, Coach.
I don't think he got it from the center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just not a clean snap. And the Marauders will take it, and they need to capitalize right now. The difference in this ball game is points off turnovers. A fumble between the exchange of Armani Eden and DJ Payne resulted in 7 going the other way for the Bulldogs. Let's see if the Marauders can return the favor right here. At their own 45, Eden taking his time. Complete. Jordan Wayne picks up 8. Maybe 9. Clock continues to run here in the third quarter. Really like the composure on that pass there from Armani Eden, Coach.
Very nice throw. He stood there nice and firm and threw a good pass.
Mike Cepeda, Joe Watts with you on tonight's coverage for Antelope Valley College football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Remember, you can go to our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Search the app on all platforms, smartphone, tablet, PC, Roku TV, you name it. DJ Payne pushing forward. They're going to give him the sticks. I think it was a generous spot, but they'll take the first down. When it's DJ Payne running the football, you're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So it's a new set here for ABC. Now in Marauder territory at the 48. And at what point can Armani Eden complete one deep on play action? No play action here. Eden from the blind side again gets pummeled from the backside. And we have a flag in the secondary. This is going to be another hold against Jordan Wayne, looks like. Let's see if we can see the hold on the replay here. Nope. Take a look at it one more time here. Maybe we're able to see it downfield. Yep, right there. Well, Coach, he's such a dangerous receiver as Jordan Wayne. Had the big week last week, 170-plus in the win over LA Valley on only 7 catches. And a player you can ill afford to get behind you. You might as well just take the hold.
Yeah, the penalty's better than giving
6.
up a touchdown, yes.
I think a coach, any coach will tell you that. Trips to the left. Early
Now
movement
we're starting
again.
to get a lot of penalties.
Yeah, the penalty number is crept up here. That's going to be the 8th penalty for 58 yards for Antelope Valley. False start. A briskly chilly night here at the campus of Antelope Valley College as we move into late fall. I guess this is middle fall.
This is middle fall, and it's fall weather. That's what it's supposed to be like.
Coach, I'm California born and bred. This is foreign to me. Eden will keep it himself. He'll go up the middle. He's going to pick up the penalty yardage. They'll give him 4. That's a good read there from Armani, picking up positive yardage on that play. Toss was well covered. 2nd and 11 now here for the Marauders. Jeremy Kennedy in the slot. Jordan Wayne at the bottom of your screen. Two-by-two formation with the wideouts. Clifton Jordan at the top. In the top slot, that's Khalil Canada. I think this is going to be a run here, Coach. Nope. Quick slant. That's Eden just missing his man. And Coach, what's up with Armani Eden? Got a little case of the yips here.
I don't think he even had the ball. I think he was trying to throw it before he even had a grip on it.
Coach, can the cold do that to you in terms of
You can, but it's not that cold. I mean, when it really gets cold, it can affect how you.
Probably the coldest game of the season that they've played in, though.
It probably is. Yes.
And go figure. Last week it was in triple digits the entire week, and now this week it's in the 60s. And right now probably maybe low 50s right now. Eden over the top, has a man. This is Canada. He can't catch up
missed
to
him
it.
Again.
Khalil unable to catch up to that one. Big collision at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down. Have we seen a pooch kick from Armani Eden yet this year?
I haven't. In the coverage that we've had, I haven't seen him do it.
Well, it's 4th and 11, and the offense is still on the field. 32 seconds on the game clock. Clock is stopped on the incompletion. Coach, are they going to go for it? They're going to try and draw an offsides here. No, they're going to go for it. Eden, 4 down territory, going to keep it himself. He has some room to run. There was a flag on the field. This isn't going to go anywhere.
He's not going to get it.
And this is going to be a decline on the penalty. So the run up ahead to the 28-yard line in Bulldog territory. It's a turnover on downs as the penalty is declined. And the Bulldogs will take over. So the Marauders unable to capitalize here, Coach.
Yeah, but they've flipped the field better than when they punted it, so.
Well, it's hard to flip the field when you're punting it 12, 14 yards down the field. No offense, Luke. Skinner, not what you're doing there. Check that Whitmill. On the carry, that'll probably do it here for the third quarter.
Yeah.
14-7, the Bulldogs on top of the Marauders. SCFA football Week 10 playoff picture taking shape, and this is a battle of undefeateds in the American Pacific. Back with the start of the fourth quarter in just a moment after a word from our sponsor.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as a wide open West. You can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
Mike Cepeda, Joe Watts with you on tonight's coverage, SCFA Football Week 10 here from Antelope Valley College. It's the Marauders and the Bulldogs. Allan Hancock, 6-2 on the season. The win over ELAC, who was crushing Pasadena on the road. It is 2nd and 7 here for the Bulldogs. Uh-oh, big hole on the left side. This is going to be a big gain for Isaac Bosley. That's his 11th carry on the night. Do we have a flag at the end of it? Oh, jeez. What are you doing? Well, it's a 19-yard carry for Bosley. So it's a chunk play, and I think we're going to tack on another 15 here, Coach.
That's what it looks like. Very disappointing. Ejection.
Not entirely sure. It's 15 the other way. So after the play and the penalty, 34 yards now into Marauder territory at the 36. Down 7 in the fourth in a game that's likely going to determine the conference winner, and you're doing that.
It was his second. He's been ejected from the game. Number 25. There was a second personal foul.
Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, before that was him down at the goal line, same side of the field. Luckily, the Bulldogs didn't come away with points after that miscue, after he had made a play that time.
Short of the 20-yard line.
So Allan Hancock in business here. Big run up the middle. Not doing much there. That was a very quickly closed gap by the defense. Skinner on the carry. Skinner up to 44 yards. He'll pick up 2, make it 46 yards on the night. Bosley after the big gain. 11 rushes, 89 yards, and a touch. The Bulldogs put in some work in the run game. Great open field tackle made. It was Tyron Barnes. Whitmill going nowhere, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose half a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long and an opportunity here for the Marauders to get off the field. We have an injured Bulldog on the play. Step aside. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports.
Steps up, pop flies, looking deep, and that one nearly intercepted. Robinson had terrific coverage.
Bring you live coverage of our other game right now. Allan Hancock, or check that, sorry. Ventura and Bakersfield.
Hold everything. Marking off a penalty here. This one's going to work against Bakersfield, though.
Bakersfield in the white, Ventura in the black.
So the incompletion, but the penalty against Bakersfield takes it to the 48-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10.
Injured player for the Bulldogs. This is Kobe Smith-Parrott. And Coach, he is having to be helped off the field. Does not look good.
Yeah, it does not.
Let's hope that young man's okay. 3rd and long. Nothing doing there for Bosley. And the defense.
Good job stepping up in this series.
Looks like they got their 2nd win here at the start of the 4th quarter. It only took a big run and a bad penalty to get them going. 4th and 10 now, and here comes the punting unit. Paris Jones is going to let this fall into the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
There's plenty of time left in the game. AVC should not panic. They don't need to drop back and throw it every play.
Not crazy time yet. Still 13:25 to go. We're in the 4th quarter. 14-7. The Bulldogs in front by 7. Armani Eden hands off inside. This is DJ Payne. And Coach,
he is
noticeably different since coming off with that knee injury.
He's not running as hard. You're right.
I mean, the initial burst before when we started the game was he would hit the hole, and it seemed like he'd hit another gear. Now, not with that same burst through the hole. 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9. Eden under duress. He's going to throw this one away. Well, Coach, this is decidedly an off night for Armani Eden. He has missed some wide open receivers, 11 of 23, 113 yards and a touchdown, but just so erratic, especially here in the second half.
He's noticeably limping too.
Yep.
So I think he's been a little bit beat up.
Well, he's taken some hellacious shots. And you wonder at what point does that begin to take a toll. John Johnson back in the ballgame. He's at the top of your screen, 3 wide set. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Eden on 3rd and long. This one nearly picked off, and Coach,
wow.
Second time tonight that Basiri Joby had a beat on it. Flag on the field. This is going to go against Allan Hancock. What are you doing? Was that Joby?
Oh, no.
Well, Coach, that's why you play defense sometimes. And watch this. Joby had an incredible beat on it. Hits him right in the hands.
Oh, you can't slam the ball.
What are you doing?
Can't do that.
And not only, it's insult to injury because not only do you not have an interception, possibly a pick 6, but now it's a first down for the Marauders. What are you thinking? And the Marauders say, thank you very much. Probably in more colorful language.
Yes.
36-yard line now.
So it happens on both teams, I guess.
Still in ABC territory. Well, at what point was the other shoe going to drop? We just saw it. Again, this one off the mark. Eden trying to throw our Jordan Wayne open. Down the boundary.
He needs to change their snap count because they're teeing off on this count every time.
Yeah, they really
They've
are.
timed it perfectly.
And that's a product of good scouting. You have to really give a lot of credit to the coaching staff and the entire staff for Allan Hancock. Got to throw a wrinkle in there. And this is where learning the game, the small things in the game, making a difference for Armani Eden becomes so crucial. It's a good carry there for DJ Payne, 4-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd and very manageable, 3rd and 6 now. Probably not 4-down territory, but you never know. I mean, you don't know if you're going to get this type of field position again. It's been tough sledding, Coach.
Yes, it has been.
Eden, short shotgun. Back to pass. Under duress again, looking for Paris Jones near side.
You just cannot hit that pass.
There's just nothing there.
We need to.
And Eden not as mobile right now after what looked to be a sustained injury, maybe to a lower leg.
Yeah, he's hurting.
Walking off the field gingerly, having a conversation with Coach Jaleka. I think Coach Jaleka is just telling him, hey, you know what? Just keep going. Keep battling, son. We're going to break through. And, you know, he's telling him what the young quarterback needs to hear. Coffin with a pretty good kick. This is going to go inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. 22.
He might be switching quarterbacks, I think.
It wouldn't shock me if McPeak got some run.
Yeah.
Michael McPeak on the sideline, number 12.
Yeah, McPeak is talking to the receivers coach.
Talking to the receivers coach, and his helmet is on.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to go into the game. Meanwhile, the defense has got to get him 3 and out.
Well, McPeak a better thrower of the football, but not nearly as elusive in that. Well, you talked about changing up the snap count. You're going to have to vary some things here if you're Michael McPeak.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the defense has to take care of business right here. This is Whitmill. Nothing doing there. It's a good push up front defensively from the Marauders. 34-24 now. 2-possession game. They're in the 4th at Ventura. All tied up. Victor Valley, San Bernardino Valley, 22 all. ELAC all over Pasadena City. Nearing the end of the 3rd quarter there, 35-7. And it keeps on getting uglier in Riverside for Long Beach as the Vikings trail it 51-7. Run again.
Good job.
Skinner this time. he's going to lose a yard. That's going to set up 3rd and 10. A quick three and out is exactly what the Marauders need. No careless penalties. Stop shooting yourselves in the foot. Power I. Play action.
Could have called holding there.
And this is going to be intercepted. We had a pick 6 last week. Defensive touchdown on the board. We have our first turnover forced. Well, second turnover on the night forced here by the Marauders. Interception by Brian Mills, the freshman. 6'1", 155. Making a play on the outside. It essentially acts as a punt.
Yeah, it does.
So the Marauders are going to take over, and indeed it will be Michael McPeak in at QB, 6'3", 200-pound freshman for Antelope Valley.
It's an unusual formation.
Quad bunch receivers here to the left. McPeak will keep it himself, and he will be hit hard. Middle of the field, he will pick up 3.
I don't think Coach Jaleka wants him to do that yet.
Was that Armani Eden?
It's Eden.
12 and 13. My numbers are just all over the place. You know, when you do about 9 games in the span of 48 hours, the numbers become blurred.
Understandable.
So Eden picks up 3. Well, Coach, I think you and I had a similar read on it. I thought McPeak was going to get some run here in the 4th, but they stick with Armani, and Armani makes something happen on the first play of this drive with a 3-yard carry. And he's going to have to eat the football here he just falls on it, did not handle the snap cleanly.
It was not a bad snap. He took his eyes off of it.
And Eden will lose all the yardage, and then somebody gained on first down. 3rd and long. Another similar bunch formation near side. Canada, Jones, and Jordan Wayne. Coach Jaleka trying to mix things up.
No, he's just throwing it.
He's just throwing it to get rid of it, looking for Johnson on the boundary, and Johnson stopped on the route. Well, you have to read the situation. Johnson has not been able to catch up to the football here tonight, especially since he's sustained the hamstring injury. He's trying to gut it out right now, and credit to that young man, but Armani Eden needs to make better decisions. And, well, if you're Coach Jaleka, at what point do you go to Michael McPeak? Another bad snap, this one by the long snapper. Kaufman able to get the punt away.
Nice job.
Unbelievable rugby-style punt. This is going to get down to the 10-yard line.
Nice job. I don't know how he did it.
That's going to be a punt of 64 yards. Well, maybe it should think about doing more punts like that more often. Forget trying to get it up there. That rugby-style kick worked to perfection and flips the field here for ABC. All the way down to the 9, 65 yards.
He's had quite a night.
Well, definitely up and down, that's for sure. Be back here next week. L.A. Pierce comes in, the Brahmas, in the regular season finale.
Oh,
Big
wow.
hole up the middle. This is Whitmill. He's near first down yardage. Because we talked about that last touchdown might do it. And with the way this game is going and the lack of offensive execution for the Marauders, where do you turn to?
I don't know, other than bringing in another quarterback, changing it up a little bit.
I think they tried to change up the play calling a little bit in terms of the formation, but still with little to no effect on that last drive. Bosley pick up the first easily. And the clock
It's ticking away.
Yeah, trickles down here. 7:50 to go. Triple header on SoCal College Sports next week. It'll be Bakersfield at Canyons, Cerritos at Ventura, and as we just mentioned, LA Pierce here from Antelope Valley. We will have those kickoffs for you. All 6 o'clock start times. Big hit. Is that Ferraro? No, Dominic Chance. Tight end. Minimal gain, though.
No, but it keeps the clock moving.
3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 now for the Bulldogs. And, Coach, you got to have the feeling here that this defense is a little tired.
They've got to be. They've played pretty hard. When you go against a running team, it wears you out. It
really
wears
does.
you down.
Whitmill, flag on the field. It's likely going to be in the area of a hold. Right where the hole opened up for Whitmill. Probably opened up for a reason.
Yes. More than likely.
Not rocket science. Coach Jaleka saying, yeah, we're going to take it. 2nd and 17, we're coming up. You need everything you can get at this point. You're only down a touchdown. You can ill afford to give up any points on this drive and make it a 2-possession ball game. Coach, you thinking overtime here?
No.
Hey, I just want to get it out of the way so I don't jinx it by not saying it. The line of scrimmage backed up to the 20-yard line. Make it the 19. 2nd and 17. Bosley on the carry. Pick up about 2, maybe 3. As the clock continues to fade away. Under 6:30 to go. In the 4th. Third down and 13. Defense has to get off the field here, Coach.
They do.
Coach, you got 3 timeouts. Do you maybe take one right now defensively to give your team a chance to regroup and come up with the perfect play call here and get some rest?
3rd and 13.
Oh.
No, they.
Coach, Allan Hancock's going to do it for him.
Hancock, I can understand calling a timeout. 3rd and 13 is tough.
Third and 18 is even tougher. One opportunity here for the defense to catch their breath. They have played an incredible ball game tonight for the Marauders, but even better has been the Bulldogs on defense. And, well, let's not necessarily give them all that much credit. Armando Hedden has not had his best game.
Not in the last 3 or 4 series, he hasn't.
A lot of that due to him nursing an injury, likely to his lower leg. He's toughing it out. But the mobility not there like it was in the first half, extending plays. The Marauders had a chance to put up a field goal early in this one. A botch snap negated that opportunity on points. It's 14 unanswered. The Marauders not put up points since about the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. Inside hand up. This is going to go to the up back in the power eye.
Didn't get it. Got close. Closer than he should.
Kevin Stark on the carry. Not going to be enough for the first down. So going with a little bit with an element of surprise. Does not pick up the first down. Here comes the punt unit. Paris Jones back for the Marauders. Can he make a play? Definitely got the speed.
He does.
Good kick.
That's a very good kick. Lots of hang time.
That stood up there. That had a stewardess on it. Marauders will take over with pretty good field position at their own 43-yard line. They need Armani Eden to make a play. I don't think the run game's going to get it done. This has been a very staunch run defense since about the three-quarter point in the first quarter. Johnson back in at the top of your screen. And, Coach, the guy right now in my book has to be Jordan Wayne.
I agree.
Wayne near side at the bottom of your screen. Toss outside. This is DJ Payne one-on-one with a linebacker. Slightly contacted. Falls forward for 3 yards. Sorry, Job on the tackle. Remember, it was Job with 2 near interceptions. And then the personal foul penalty. Well, unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike, yes.
Looks like they're showing blitz on the Bulldogs. Eden, under duress, throws over the middle. This is Jordan Wayne. That is incomplete. Broken up. Job rather, in the area, along with Roundtree in coverage. So 3rd down now, Coach. And, well, it's the silver lining is it's an incompletion, so that's going to stop the clock. But there's only 4:27 left on that clock. And
right.
This is probably 4-down territory.
We might be at the point where they have to go for it, yes. The clock is running. I don't know why.
On the incompletion?
I don't know why it was running.
That makes 0 sense. Eden complete near side. This is Paris Jones. Paris Jones trying to make somebody miss. Won't be able to do so. A little extracurricular there as Jones was spun around into the turf. He is up ahead to the 49-yard line in Bulldog territory. He's about 2 yards shy of the first down. It's 4th and 2. This could be the ball game. Clock continues to move under 3:50 to go in the ball game. The Marauders trailing by 7. American Pacific supremacy in the balance. Both teams 3-0 in conference play.
They sent
Bulldogs
everybody.
showing blitz.
They sent everybody.
Everybody and their cousin on the blitz. They get to Eden in a hurry. It's a turnover on downs. Perfect play call defensively at the right time. And, man, did they get to Armani Eden fast. Just an all-out sell job defensively for the Bulldogs. That was J.D. Smith, the linebacker.
That was a good call defensively. I mean, that's a good time to call that.
I'm surprised that they called that an incomplete pass. I thought that was maybe even a backwards pass there, Coach.
It didn't go forward. I know that.
Well, they're going to say it went parallel. Whitmill, rather.
And they're throwing a flag.
Yeah, there's going to be a hold on the near side. It's going to stop the clock momentarily. It's like R.J. Grice, the offensive lineman for the Bulldogs, is going to be called and whistled for a hold. Whistled, flagged. That's from doing the basketball again. Oh, this is going to be a face mask against the Marauders. Oh. Very unfortunate for AVC. They're going to give up precious field position here after the penalty. I mean, you can't think that it was an intentional face mask. Probably just one where the defender's grabbing, and first thing that he grabs is face mask, and he doesn't let go before he jerks the head.
Mm-hmm.
Full kill the clock mode here for the Bulldogs in the power I set. One first down, probably going to do it. Well, 3 timeouts at the disposal for AVC.
Yeah,
it's
they
a 4-yard gain.
They can make them punt if they stop them. That's the big thing. You got to stop them.
Timeout on the field going to be taken by Antelope Valley to stop the clock and preserve the precious moments that they might need to tie it up. Might not matter, though, because one score here ends it. Makes it a 2-possession ball game. Take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as a wide open West, you can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.
.254 to go. 2nd and 6 for Allan Hancock. .51-14 a final from Riverside. Long Beach gets throttled on the road. ELAC 35-14 over Pasadena City. 41-31 now. This is going to be a loss of yardage on the play. Good defensive stand here. Got to take another timeout.
Yep.
That's exactly what you needed out of that timeout defensively here, Coach. Give your team a chance. And the defense will have an opportunity to take another breather on the timeout. More score updates from around the SCFA. 41-31, Bakersfield trailing Ventura. They're in the 4th. San Diego Mesa final over Mount San Jacinto, 35-12. Glendale a winner over LA Southwest, 28-24. El Camino over Chaffee, 55-28. That's probably the best 5-4 team in the state of California. Santa Ana a winner over West LA, 42-21. Grossmont a winner over Golden West, 36-34. Canyon's a huge winner over Santa Monica, 48-7. 10-7. Citrus over LA Valley. Fullerton big over Orange Coast, 66-14. Santa Barbara goes down to LA Pierce, who will improve to 4-5 on the year, 40-37. And the Brahmas will come in next week for the regular season finale. We will have coverage of that for you at 6 p.m. next week, part of our triple header coverage of SCFA football. Week 11. Cerritos now leading Moorpark 13-12. Third down carry. Not doing much there. Whitmill on the carry. Minimal gain. That's going to bring up 4th down and a timeout, looks like. And we have Whitmill hobbling off. Looks like he turned an ankle. I know my hobbles, Coach. That looks like
he wasn't putting any weight on it,
no.
so there was something.
It wasn't a knee. Didn't look like a knee. That looked like an ankle.
Yeah.
Having played football at a pretty high level, I'm sure you've seen your fair share of hobbles off the field.
Yes.
2:40 to go. All the timeouts have been burned here by Antelope Valley, so it will be the 2-minute drill coming up, seemingly for the Marauders. We can't put in McPeak now, right?
That would be tough.
Cold quarterback come in.
Yeah. Well, it's
Lead
going to
your
be
team to
interesting.
victory? No, it's
Interesting to see what Hancock does here on 4th down.
Well, if they go for it and they pick it up, it's game over.
Right.
And if you don't pick it up, you give the ball up at the 31-yard line. Bosley, the deep back. They roll out. Pass is complete. Open field tackle not made. This is going to be a touchdown. Dominique Chance on 4th and 5. It was the ball game. And all of the coffin nails inserted here on that touchdown from 31 yards out. See it one more time here. Just a terrific play call
He needs to make the tackles.
Kelleher
He ran over him.
hits Chance, and Chance listed as a tight end. He's tough to bring down. Extra point yet to come, 20-7. Allan Hancock will move to 4-0 here in the American Pacific Division. Up and good. Well, the silver lining is here, Coach. The game started at 6. It might end before 9. But the bad spot is that ABC will drop their first game in conference, and after they had reeled off 4 straight. Very impressive win on the road last week at LA Valley. They're unable to move to their 5th straight win on the season as Allan Hancock came in with a purpose, and they really just imposed their will here on the Marauders.
They did. The defense just had to play too many snaps.
And you knew that was a point of emphasis with the play calling and kind of the lack of rhythm, if you will, offensively. You knew that Coach Jaleka was making it a point and telling Armani Eden, do not rush the offense. We don't want to keep on going. They were working the play clock. They were very methodical. But
when you do that, though, you need to score.
well, not only that, but what that does is that basically negates any type of rhythm you try to establish offensively, and we saw that here tonight. And it looked to me at times that Armani Eden didn't really have any type of feel on the gridiron. A couple of completed passes here and there, but well under 50% on the evening. Bit of a squib kick here. Up back's going to take it. It's Brandon Edwards. Edwards with some run still on his feet near midfield. He's at the 45-yard line. He'll be brought down near midfield at about the 47-yard line in Marauder territory. With 2:25 remaining in this one, no timeouts, a mere formality. I mean, you just truck it to the end zone. You have the weapons to do it. I don't know if you have the accuracy to find the ball into the hands of one of the Marauder receivers in Burgundy. DJ Payne still in there along with John Johnson. Here comes the blitz, and they get to Eden one more time, and Coach Armani Eden has taken a beating.
Yes, he has. They know he's still going to get a beating. If they know he has to throw the ball, they're just going to pin their ears back and go.
Why wouldn't you? This is called stepping on the jugular, Coach. And
yes.
Statement game from the 6-2 Bulldogs. Eden outside. This is Paris Jones in space. Makes a man miss, still on his feet. Trying to make a play. He'll pick up 3. Well, Coach Allan Hancock came in 2 losses on the season, the only 2 losses that they sustained. One of them was in the crossover game versus Bakersfield. Bakersfield turns out to be pretty good this season, yes. Having only dropped 1 game, that one to RCC, 21-6 in the opening week. Their next loss came to San Bernardino Valley. Now, that might not seem like a very good loss, but if you think about San Bernardino Valley, that's a team with a new head coach, and Daniel Algadas came over from Ventura College before that with Mount San Antonio, so a very good winning pedigree at the coaching position. And, you know, they get the win at home. We have flags on the field here, Coach. 2 losses on the season coming in, and then very impressive over LA Valley, 46-7 over LA Pierce, 44-34. This is a team 3 weeks straight after that loss to San Bernardino Valley, having put up 30 plus.
That's pretty good. No, ABC played a very good game tonight defensively. I mean, they really did.
Yeah,
offensively, they just could not find that. And I know what you're saying about them trying to slow the game down, but that they had no rhythm because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. 29-22 in the fourth quarter, final minute. San Bernardino Valley, who we just mentioned, this might be an interception. No, not even Allan Hancock can catch up to that one. That was on 4th down, and that will be a turnover on downs. 1:02 to go, and here comes the victory formation for the Bulldogs. There is an injured Bulldog on the field. Looks like that is Logan Armstrong for Allan Hancock. I hate to see that, Coach, at the end of a very
right at the end of the
win.
game.
Really in garbage time at this point. Garbage time injury. Well, the Marauders will drop on the season to 5-4. Came in 5-3, 3-0 in conference play. And Coach, that loss versus College of the Desert would go back a few weeks here, and that's likely going to cost them a chance at hosting a playoff game. Did reel off a few wins here.
Oh, it has cost them a
recent
chance.
history.
I don't see there being any scenario where they will.
Well, we'll have to see about who they go and play. It'd be interesting to see if they were to go on the road again, maybe to like an ELAC, or ELAC's got to be up there in terms of ranking, though. They are very impressive down the stretch here. Remember, Antelope Valley, I believe, with a win at ELAC earlier this season on the road. Indeed, that was at ELAC, 3rd week of the season, 16-14.
Right.
And they come right back and lose to quadruple overtime. 56-50. We had that game for you, and Coach, that was really a game that the Marauders dominated. They got a lot of talent on this team, and sometimes it's just a matter of finding that rhythm offensively to make something happen. DJ Payne had it going early. Defense made an adjustment for Allan Hancock, and they were unable to make the counter to the counter.
Right.
And they only have 7 points to show for it. Ventura going to improve to 4-0 in conference play with a win over Bakersfield. They lead it in the 4th, 48-31. We talked about the victory formation in play here after the injury. Again, next week we will have coverage for you here. LA Pierce comes to town. The Brahmas, I believe they played earlier today. We talked about their win earlier versus Santa Barbara. They're 4-5 on the season, so they have a chance to improve to 500 in the final week of the regular season.
That's it.
And that's going to do it.
Yes.
Your final score, 21-7, a dominating win for the Bulldogs on top of Antelope Valley. Not an effort to hang your hat on if you're the offense, but defensively, I thought they were very impressive. Were the Marauders just a better team tonight in terms of the smash mouth game from the Bulldogs?
I agree. It's just a disappointing loss because they played well in some areas, and it's a hard game to lose. But Hancock deserved to win. They did everything they needed to do to win the game.
And it is a final. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Remember, you can go to our website and see the archive copy of this game, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com, on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. For Joe Watts, I am Mike Cepena signing off. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week at 6 p.m. versus LA Pierce. Take care.
H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With an inventory as big as a wide open West, you can find Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall.
Come test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days.